What's up, everybody? This is Zach and Dre with Skol Sessions. I know it's been a little minute. We've been on vacation. We basically took the whole summer off, but I promise you we're back. We're locked in and we're ready to go. We're just going to hop right into it, Dre. Week 2, we took care of business against San Francisco 49ers. Everybody wrote us off. Everybody I talked to said that the Niners were going to dog us. And so let's hop in, man. Tell me, what do you think about the game?
Hey, first of all, we need some apologies from you. I know probably some of the fans don't know, but we still do have our conversations. Once that news broke that Kirk Cousins didn't decide to take the hometown discount, you were saying the team was going to be trash. Sam Darnold was going to be trash. We were going to lose these type of games. We might as well pack it up and see what the future holds. I personally told you that I'm finally getting what I asked for. And I know this may bite me in the ass later on when we play another team and we get blown out. But we were talking about it briefly. Kirk Cousins is better than Sam Darnold. Danielle Hunter is better than some of these defensive players that you brought in. But overall, the team feels like a better team. The defense, Brian Flores finally got his defensive guys that, kind of fit his system. Guys that could, obviously rush the passer, but can also play pass coverage, kind of stand on those feet, on that in that 3-4 scheme. I mean, that defense looks sexy, man. That defense looks really good based on the performance from last week where they did what they needed to do with the Giants. And I was, I'm still checking that Twitter and I've seen a couple people saying, "Oh, you beat the Giants. That doesn't mean anything." But keep in mind, the Vikings, the past few seasons, we always have those losses to teams we shouldn't lose to. So not only did we beat the team we should have won, we put our foot on their necks, and we haven't done that in years as well. In regards of this game today, I mean, hey, the Vikings look great. And then it's ironic, the Vikings do what they do when the game starts getting towards the end, we have a fumble, right? So now it looked like we were dominating on defense. You have that fumble, the 49ers are back in the ball game. We know how this story goes, right? The other teams, the better team starts getting back in the game. We start making we just start playing stupid ball and we found ways, excuse me, we found ways to lose those games. Uh, we pulled it out, even when it started getting a little tight, even when we had to have certain third down throws or conversions, the Vikings pulled it out. First half, I mean, even to the third quarter, offense was very aggressive in regards to the play calling. I mean, hey, I'm happy, bro. I'm happy. Could we be a one and done in the playoffs team, or could we be a just miss the playoff team potentially? But you can just tell that this team is going in the right direction. You beat one of the best teams. I believe this team was in the Super Bowl last year. Job well done.
I owe the fan base an apology.
Hey.
Hey, sometimes it's good just to sit here and take it. Hey,
Hey.
so
Let's
uh,
go. Let's
but no,
go.
I'm excited. At the end of the day, I told you I'm a Vikings fan. Okay, so if you know me, you know I'm a Vikings fan. At the end of the day, I love Kirk Cousins. Yeah, blah blah blah. But Sam Darnold, look, that 97-yard touchdown pass to JJ. I
Boy.
mean, come on, man, come on. He's on something. He's on that Shannon Sharp. He's on some stuff. He's on that honey bat.
He's
Yeah,
up and at him, ain't he?
smoking Sam,
Hey,
smoking Sam.
man.
But no, it was exciting. It was exciting to see Sam Darnold. He looked so poised too. He threw that interception and went back out and looked like nothing happened. It was one of the best games I've seen us play from start to finish. The 49ers are stacked from top to bottom. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And to go out there and dominate them the way we did, as
Right,
far as defensively, we had Brock Purdy shook the whole game. I've
right,
never seen him like that. He's usually pretty consistent, cool, calm, and collected. We had him
right.
shook, running for his life, multiple sacks, multiple interceptions. Should have had more interceptions,
Yeah,
a couple
yeah.
drops. But man, they're flying around. And I did tell you this: I got the quarterback situation wrong, and I hope I continue to get that wrong with Sam Darnold. He's balling. But I did say the defense was going to be better this year, and
You did.
so far it's been that way. Brian Flores has these boys locked in, and they're all
Right,
on board too. If you go back last week when Ivan faced, he basically said that he knows who we got. Basically, we know
right.
who we are. We're gonna basically do work,
Yeah.
and So they know something, and Brian Flores is got them going in the right direction. No Viking fan, no 49er fan thought this game was going to go like this way, like it did today.
Yeah, I mean, you have those people like Purple for the Win podcast, like those type of positive, Viking fan bases. He's
Of
like, hey,
course.
you always have a shot. And he actually doesn't like fans that are like, oh, you're facing a better team, you don't really have a chance. Like he's always that's one of the people that I would probably say realistically probably thought the Vikings can pull it off. Um, I'm gonna say this, man. I know that Tua, well, I'm just saying, I know the Tua conversation about Brian Flores, was kind of happening recently about, just how Tua and Brian just didn't have a good relationship and how, that team went in a different direction, a more offensive minded direction. I love these conversations because the more these conversations are happening, the more owners and maybe other teams are like, that's maybe not the route I want to go with a head coach. Please, hey, we we'll keep Brian Flores for as long as we can have him, man. That defense
Yep.
looks good. He is a head coach. You can just tell that defense is fast. That defense is aggressive. He's finally, like I said, he has his guys finally in the system. Where last year he was working with what he had, right? So he had a lot of guys that weren't in, his scheme that he's just making the best out of. I mean, that defense looks good. Harrison Smith is out there playing like Harrison does, going around, making plays, going to the line of scrimmage, pretending he's going to blitz, dropping back. I mean, Patrick Jones, Patrick Jones.
Oh,
There was
yeah.
conversations over the offseason. This man may, be going to a different team. And I think they said he had 5 sacks or a little bit over 5 sacks so far this season. He's just getting the best out of these players. And I want to just keep reiterating these players aren't elite players. I don't think we have really one elite defensive player currently on the roster. I'm just going to keep it a sec. Harrison Smith is a really, really good player. Byron Murphy's a really good player. You obviously brought in the cornerback, Stephon Gilmore, who's, obviously over his prime. But when you have that defensive scheme clicking, these players, you know what I mean? They can get the job done. Dallas Turner, your first round draft pick. Unfortunately, your other first round draft pick is gone for the rest of the season. For Vikings fans, we just had this luck with quarterbacks. But luckily for you, you have another first round draft pick that's playing like a first round draft pick. He's
Oh,
getting
absolutely.
pass rush to the quarterback. I mean, I think we've all seen the game where you see 15 kind of in that backfield causing havoc, even if he doesn't get a sack. And then obviously he got a sack last week. Brian Flores, man, job well done. What do you think about that defense, man?
His defense is special. It's special. Um, I'm just I'm in awe. I'm in shock because it's they're playing, man. The pieces that he did get,
Right,
they're all over the field. They're all over the field. Cashman, Van Ginkel almost got another pick
right.
from the defensive end position, basically. Um, these boys are playing. The pieces
Yeah.
that Flores brought in are like they're playing right now. They're A
Hmm.
plus, like they're top.
Yeah.
And so they're producing. And I think sky's the limit for the defense. They're still
Hmm.
haven't, this is the second full game they've all played together,
Right.
as far as those main pieces. So now I'm excited. And the good news about the Justin Jefferson injury, most people are saying it's just like a contusion, like a quad
Right.
contusion, like a
Okay.
bruise. So that's some positive news
Yeah.
as far as that. And honestly, Aaron Jones, I think that brings a huge element to the game. We've seen that the
Mm,
play action,
mm.
that 97-yard touchdown pass is set up off of having Aaron Jones in the backfield,
Right.
and so I'm excited, man. This offense is clicking, and
Right.
Sam Darnold is just looking poised. He's looking poised.
Yeah. And that
Um,
kind of goes into the free agent players that we got on offense. Kind of like you said, I mean, Aaron Jones is a difference maker. Your running back core last year was, to be desired with Alexander Madison taking on, the reins after Dalvin Cook was obviously, told thank you for your services, but we're going to go in a different direction. Kevin O'Connor likes to play the running game and then the play action game. If your running backs aren't performing or doing what they need to do, the defense isn't, they're not going to fall for it. Aaron Jones being explosive, And just being a actual starting NFL running back, it just makes a difference in our system and in our offense. Another, home run free agent. And then, let's talk a little bit about Sam Darnold. Um, he's 2-0. We've had this conversation where I said, any quarterback we draft, this is kind of one of the better situations in the NFL. Sam Darnold's no different, right? Sam Darnold was a number, I think, top 3 overall draft pick. He has the talent. He's a young guy. He's just unfortunately been in systems with the Jets and other places that just didn't get the most potential out of him. We can say what we want about Kirk Cousins, but once he got Kevin O'Connell in his system, he performed excellent, right? Kevin O'Connell got the best out of him. It shouldn't be no different than with a number 3 overall draft pick. So Sam Darnold
Right.
today, 17 for 26, 268, 2 TDs, and 1 pick. The stats are good, right? But what impresses me are those third down throws. It's the throw to Justin Jefferson. Like it's those you're putting your nuts on the table. Like I'm gonna try to make these throws, and then at the end of the game, not tightening up, making that throw to Jalen Naylor. I mean, it's different. And I'm not saying he's better or worse than anybody else. I ain't trying to bring my ex up, but it's just different. But what comes with that is kind of like the interception because he's got that gunslinging mentality to him where he's gonna throw it up. That could obviously come with those interceptions as well. But it's refreshing and I'm excited he's on our team, man. He's gonna do great this year. What do you think about Sam Darnold so far?
Yeah, no, I mean 2-0. He's, I think he's playing well. It's week two. It's week two. He's
There we go. There
balling.
it is.
It's week two.
Yeah,
So let's let the season play out a little bit, right? Like I'm where what he's doing right now. I'm happy. I'm happy.
right.
I'm content. Like he's pushing forward. He's leading the team. The team likes him. Um, he's being a leader, and so I'm all for Sam Darnold right now. So let's just keep it going. I know we're 2-0 this upcoming week. We got the Houston Texans. They're coming in to town to
Mhm.
Minnesota. And they got CJ Stroud. They got a lot of dogs on that team. But hey, you're coming to Minnesota. You're coming to
Hey,
Minnesota. Hey,
yeah,
we just knocked a stacked team off the map. So,
right. Yeah. And I
we
will say
we want
this,
all the
man.
smoke. We want all the smoke.
Hey, look, you about to get clickbait on Twitter again, doing all that, all the smoke. I will say this, the fans, man, that stadium was rocking. Everybody, those fans knew what was being said about, the 49ers just coming up in there and just steamrolling the Vikings, and it's not going to be a game. Third downs, the defense, the fans were going crazy on the sidelines. I'm sure it was a crazy experience to, experience live. Like the fans really, they make a difference in those type of games. So that was awesome to see them, come out there and do their thing. Um, one thing I want to do, for each game for this season, let's just give about 2 or 3 players that, stood out to us in a good way and maybe one negative thing. It could be anything. It could be a performance. It could be kind of future. It could be injury. It could be anything. For me personally, top 3 players that stood out to me, Van Geekel. This dude, I
I
know he
love
was
him.
hurt. He had an interception last week. He was hurt, these past few days. He just gets back on the field and just makes plays. He's flying around. Harrison Smith, Pop, Grandpa, he's still running around, doing Harrison Smith things, man. He looked great. Um, Ty Chandler. Ty Chandler was out there doing his thing, obviously once Aaron Jones had to kind of sit out for a few plays. Ty Chandler looked very explosive. He looked, great. And then another player for me, man, Speedy Naylor. Speedy Naylor, he's always had the talent. We see him tear it up in, practices and scrimmages, preseasons. He just can't stay healthy. He's finally healthy in a regular season game. He was needed, especially after that Justin Jefferson injury. I like Speedy Naylor as your wide receiver 3. Those are going to be my 3 kind of highlights. And then the interior offensive line,
Oh man.
but Garrett Bradbury, Ed Ingram, it's a coin flip. You don't know what you get with them guys. And then the tackles did what they do, right? So yeah, man, that was great. And then something that obviously is concerning for me, the Justin Jefferson injury. We've seen how last season went, nagging injuries after injury. He's the best receiver in the game. We obviously want him on our field. With us, he's always going to, give us that edge when he's out there. So hopefully he's good for the rest of the season. Those are my guys. So you got that.
Well, I'm gonna, I gotta top my hat off to CJ Ham,
Hmm.
number 30, getting that pump
Okay.
block.
Yeah.
For him to get in there and get that pump block, man, on the special teams, that's what really set us up to start moving in the right direction, I
Hmm.
believe. Getting that turnover when we really needed it. And so yeah, CJ Ham always is playing hard. Obviously doesn't get the ball that much, but when he does get the ball, he does produce.
Right.
You know, and obviously I'm gonna go with number 18. Come on, man. It don't matter. Triple team, double team.
Dog.
It don't
Yeah,
matter.
dog.
He made a statement before the game. He said, "I'm not Garrett Wilson. I'm
Oh, he
not
said
Garrett
that?
Wilson." Yeah, because they tried to say, well, the way they, I'm not Garrett
Right.
Wilson. With
Okay.
all due
Okay.
respect, with all due
Okay.
respect, he showed you why. It don't matter what you scheme up. Justin Jefferson's going to get the ball. Don't
Right.
matter who's that quarterback. He's going to get the ball. He's going to produce. Um, so obviously 18 had a day. And I would say Sam. I got to give it to Sam Darnold as my last as far as offensive players. I know CJ Ham had the pump block, but yeah, I would
Right.
say Sam Darnold. The way he came back from that interception and produced the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And I spoke to you offline, but the play right before halftime, there's 3 seconds left. Sam moved around the pocket, stepped up, ran it, and slid. With 3 seconds left, they called that timeout. If he would have kept running, time would have ran out. But it's a veteran move
Mm.
to be smart, to go down, call that quick timeout so we can get that field goal.
Right.
So that was beautiful. And as far as defense, man, Patrick Jones was getting to the quarterback.
Hmm.
That dude was getting to the quarterback today. I saw something where he's number 2 in the league right now in sacks.
Yeah.
And of course, this Patrick Jones got the sack, but these other guys they're causing havoc. Van Ginkel and
Right.
Cashman, Ivan Pace. Um,
Dallas Turner.
yeah, Dallas Turner is getting there, constant pressure. So
Right.
it's all a domino effect of this. But yeah, man,
Yeah.
Kevin O'Connell said the whole team gets the game ball. I mean, I agree. Hey, you
Yeah.
know what? Well, you know what? Hey, our kicker played good.
Yeah.
Kicker played
Yes.
good. Didn't
Yes.
miss a kick.
Yes. And we needed
Come
that
on,
kick
man.
at the end of the game. We needed that kick
Yep.
at the end of the game, and he went out there, looked good, looked confident. Love, love, love that as a Vikings fan. We all know them kickers, they can break our hearts. We've been through seasons. I mean, the team looks good, man. Like you said,
Yep.
it's still the beginning of the season. Are we going to lose games? Yes. Does this mean that we're one of the best teams because we beat a San Francisco 49er team in the beginning of the season? Not necessarily. We beat them last year as well, right? So just picking
Right.
up those wins, and to me, it's more important how we're winning than necessarily the win itself. With just that defense running around, Sam Darnold clicking with our offensive playmakers, Sam Darnold making those tough throws that we haven't had in quite a bit. Those are going to be the difference makers. And Aaron Jones, obviously, you had a fumble towards the end of the game. You got back in. You had, you doubled tight, wrapped that ball around. I get it, but Aaron Jones, baby, be you because you have been a difference maker on the offense and on the team. Just do what you do. It happens. We won the game. Like the team looks good, man. Quasey, I know Quasey and Kevin O'Connell are up for a contract, I believe, next year. So they're kind of in that lion duck situation, but they keep, performing. And Quasi, I told you offline that I love this off season. We obviously had a few players that we were, hurt to see go because it was gonna cause change, right? We had some, we had some like people that's been the stars on our team for quite a bit. So this is new, but I loved it. I've asked for it, and it's good to see the direction the team is going, whether that's with Sam Darnold or with JJ. Keep building around those quarterbacks. You're saving money, not paying a quarterback 100 million fully guaranteed, and build that team around. Build a team around them, and let's see what happens. Your boy Stephon Diggs, I guess, will be coming back to Minnesota. I know he's had few words to say over the offseason just about his time with the Bills, his time with the Vikings. Stephon Diggs is one of the best. Vikings players, in franchise history. Obviously, with that Minneapolis Miracle play and just his route running. Good times with Stephon Diggs. He's coming back to Minnesota. He's going to want to prove to everybody. I know Justin Jefferson's a big dog, but I'm still a big dog too. So he's going to be ready to go. They the Texans have Danielle Hunter too.
Absolutely.
Oh, so everybody's coming home.
It's a reunion.
Hey, everybody's coming home. But hey,
Strap up.
this right. But hey, this is our turf, right? Come out there ready to play. Come out there. Christian Darrisaw, I guess, will be lined up against Danielle Hunter. That's gonna be
That's
a
gonna
sight
be
to see.
absolutely.
And I don't know who you're gonna put on Stephon Diggs because ain't nobody covering the man to man. Guess a little bit of bracket with the safety, but it's gonna be a good game. I don't want to make a prediction per se. It is gonna be a good game. The Vikings also win those big games and then come out flat. So Kevin O'Connell, this is your team, baby. Get them boys ready to go, and let's see what happens next week. Kind of what are your thoughts on the Houston Texans?
Man, it's so open. I feel like it's still up in there. I know we had these 2 wins as we kind of dominated, but it's only week 3.
Right.
Anything can happen. So let's see what happens. I will say this: if we win the turnover battle, I think we win the game. That's
Mm,
all I'm gonna say. If we
mm.
win the turnover battle, we win the game.
Interior defense and offensive line. They really held it down. So if you can do that against the Houston Texans, get to CJ Stroud, you have a chance with that defense. So everybody obviously get healthy. We need Jordan back. We need JJ back, and I think we have a shot. So I mean, I think that's it, man. You have any last words?
That's it, man. It was so good to catch up with you guys. We missed y'all, and we're back, and we're ready to roll.
We back. We back. Hey,
Let's go.
hey. Let's go, baby.